was cut and collected, a final indignity inflicted upon the victims. Then, completely naked, stripped not just of clothes but of dignity and hope, they were driven through a narrow fenced corridor camouflaged with pine branches towards a building labelled Showers. Inside there was no water, only death. Diesel engines rumbled, their noise a constant background to the horrors that unfolded. Carbon monoxide hissed through metal pipes, filling the chambers with its deadly fumes. Within minutes silence fell, broken only by the groans and gasps of the dying. Inside those gas chambers, bodies collapsed on top of each other, a tangled mass of humanity extinguished in an instant. The doors stayed shut until the screaming stopped, the final sounds of life fading into the silence of death. But the horror didn't end there. In the early months the mass graves overflowed. The heat caused the ground to shift and heave as the bodies decayed. The stench stretched for miles, a sickening testament to the scale of the atrocities. Soil split open, revealing the grotesque truth beneath. The earth itself seemed to rebel against the weight of so much death. And so, a new order came from Berlin. Burn them all, dig them up, grind the bones, erase the evidence. The Nazis called it Sonderaktion, 10005. The prisoners called it Hell. These men, Jewish men from earlier transports, worked for weeks under the watchful eyes of SS guards, their faces masks of despair. They disinterred tens of thousands of corpses, their hands covered in the grime of death. They built pyres from rail tracks, soaked the bodies in gasoline, and set them alight. Day and night, the fires burned, their flames consuming the evidence of genocide. Smoke poured into the sky, blackening the air and carrying the stench of burning flesh for miles around. Ash drifted through the trees, coating the landscape in a film of death. And all the while, the SS drank, laughed, and watched from nearby cottages, their indifference a chilling testament to their inhumanity. At Belzec, there was no pretense of survival, no camps within camps, no barracks filled with thousands, only the machinery of death. At most, 20 SS officers ran the camp, assisted by around 90 Ukrainian guards, all trained at Truniki, most of them veterans of the T4 Youth in Asia program, men who had murdered the sick, the disabled and the unwanted before being assigned to this new mission, killing Jews by the